Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Furtbird the Nerd with another comic book market report for you guys this week, June 9th, Monday, 2025. My cat just bit me. That hurt. I just want to say thanks, everyone, for your support throughout the past year. And if you could do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button too, and leave a comment below of what books might you have or on the lookout for, or like, oh man, I forgot about that book. Now it's on the dip, or it's on the rise. Maybe I should sell it. That's what it's here for. And yeah, let's get into it. All right, I have about, I want to say 9 books for you guys today. Not a ton. Some ones you, obviously I'm sure you all know about, and ones that you do know about. That makes no sense. All right, first off, Spider-Man 2099. Now, I'm not prefacing to buy this book on the dip or to invest in this book, but what I have been seeing lately is that there's a bit of a dip in anything Spider-Verse related or Spider-Man in general. Now, I know the movies are in development. Miles is on its way here, but there's some really good characters out of Spider-Man that I think are not getting as much love as they actually should be getting. For me, I know there's a ton of these out there, but this is really tough and high grade. $98 for a 9.8 direct. I did not look at the newsstands or any of the different other variant versions, but I would say about this book is it is liquid, and I don't think you're going to find a deal under 98 because people are like, well, if I'm only going to get $98 for it, I'm not going to go a penny lower. There are consistent sales, multiple in the past month or so, and from last week. So if you're in the market for one, or if you are curious how much it's going to cost to sell one, there you go. All right, next on the list, we have Taskmaster #3, one of my favorite books from the past 5 years. I love this book. It's a first appearance of Taiguchi, but that's not the reason I totally love it. The reason I love it is because this cover is just insane. It's a great silhouette of Taskmaster, and I think it's Scarlett Johansson, whatever. Anyway, I just think it's a beautiful book. I mean, if you made a dress like this, that would be sick. But it's obviously she's looking at Taskmaster, and he's coming at her. This book was definitely one of those books that I saw in so many just listings. No one was selling this under 150 to $200 raw. And this week, actually last week, $103 for near mint raw. I'm so pissed. I sold one back for $300 in a 9.6, and I thought that was a steal. I gotta imagine 9.6 goes for like 150 to 200 maybe. 9.8s, I didn't see any listings for this, but people are asking way too much for a 9.8. If $103 for near mint raw. Now, this is not the easiest 9.8 to get. I had an 8.5, pressed it, got 9.6 out of it. I have no idea how grading companies work, but it's important, I think, as far as first appearances go. It's a first appearance of Taiguchi. They may make they may make a Tiger Division cartoon. If you're not reading the Tiger Division Doom, it's actually a pretty good story. They're conflicted about whether to join Doom or not. And out of all the miniseries, that's the only one I'm really reading. But it's a pretty good series if you like stories and not only like flip books. But nonetheless, $103 for near mint raw. I am so pissed. Ghost Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, #1, the 1 in 100. I call this the Yee special because I'm sure he has like one, if not more, than one of these books. And when I first started watching YouTube back in like 2018, 2019, I feel like this is his book. But $600 for a 9.6, I think that's a strong sale in my opinion. Another 9.6 went for around 5. That's not right, 556. I think it was like 558 or just a hair under 600. This is a modern Grail top 10 cover for me. I just think it's a beautiful book, and if I were in the market for this for 9.6, I think 600 is not a bad investment. There's nothing really that's going to push this up other than time and just more, I think, notoriety about this book. But it is a 1 in 100. It's there's not a lot of people that are selling this book. I feel it's a collection PC book, whatever you want to call it, and $600 for a 9.6 with no news, no first appearances, just beautiful art. Congrats, Yee. You got a modern grill there. Sonic the Hedgehog #98. Now, you guys all know this is first appearance of Shadow. Going into the Sonic 3 movie, this was the book to get. I had a 9.4. I think it was a direct edition. Sold for like $450, $500. Made about double my money, which is pretty good feeling. But I'm on the hunt for this book again. Super hard to get in high grade. These books were loved. $231 for an okay copy, $250 for an almost near mint. Now the pictures I didn't really go into that much, but super hard to 9.4 or higher in my opinion. If you are wanting to invest in this book, go for the newsstand or Canadian price variants in an 8.0, 8.5. I just think that the rarity and kind of the lower grade in those is kind of a nice investment opportunity. But this is going to hold for a long time. It's not going to spike. I didn't really spike it going into the movie, but Sonic collectors, comic collectors are always going to know this for the rarity. It's a lower issue book and really tough to find in high grade. So try and find like an 8.5, 9.0 and send it to your best presser. And hopefully you'll get 98 out of this, but definitely a key book in comics in general. Another key book, I would say Young Avengers #1. Now, I know a lot of crap is talked about this book, but I don't care. I thought the trade paper or the series of this Young Avengers was really cool. When I was younger, I thought it was kind of corny, to be honest, but just from a standpoint of a readership, art, just coolness. I just thought this was an awesome series to read. If you haven't read it, put it on your list to read. It's great. And for $250 for a 9.8 with multiple first appearances for a team book, I know team books don't do very well generally. I think you can't go wrong with this book. I don't know if the MCU is going to push this. It may take some time, and I don't even know if they're going to be called the Young Avengers. Who knows? But I thought $250 was pretty cheap for this book, in my opinion. And $200 is a definite, I think, not a bad idea. But there's not a lot of news that's going to push this recently. I think everyone's kind of waiting for Secret Wars to come about. So it might be a time to buy this, put in your collection for the next 2 years, and just kind of wait on it if you're willing to wait. Whoa, sick. Anyway, yeah. Before I go into the next book, I just want to say thanks everyone for your support. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, tell all your friends about the show or network, news, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we'll go on to the next one. War of the Realms, the 1 in 50 variant now. Couldn't find any recent sales of this. I've seen a lot of listings. This is the one book out of the collection, or out of the War of the Realms books that I need. But at the same time, I just don't think I could pay $400 for this in near mint copy. I want a 9.8, but 9.8s are asking for way too much. I think the most I go on a 9.8 is like $350, just because I feel that I haven't heard any news about Shang-Chi. Haven't heard any new. I think the only one that showed up is Amadeus Cho, but he was in a cartoon that's in another universe. So that's cool and all, but I just don't see a reason to buy this for the prices it's asking. Now, the people that have this book, they're probably thinking the same thing. Like, I don't want to sell this because nothing's really going to push it, and I don't need to because I got it for $50 back in the day. I think the print run on War of the Realms #1, issue #1 was like $65K. So you got to imagine not a lot of stores were ordering 50 issues of this book. The ones that did probably sold it for $25 to $50. But over time, I felt like this book has been like, at first I was like, man, this is the ugliest cover of all 17 covers that came out for this book. But I think it's like now it's like the third or fourth for me. I don't know. I like it. I like how Swordmaster's sword is glowing in it. I like White Fox on the cover. Amadeus Cho, obviously, he's the epicenter of this book, so he's in the front end. And the more that I look at it, the more I like it. So, unfortunately, I couldn't find any sales though. Nonetheless, I think a nice alternative if you are speccing on War of the Realms and all the multiple first appearances, just like Young Avengers, get the regular copy for $49.99. There's a ton of them out there, so I wouldn't say it's very liquid, but it's very prevalent in supply. And it's tough in 9.8 because of that back cover with the Avengers. I think not Infinity War, but the last movie. Oh my God, I can't think of the name of it. Anyway, yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any market data for this, guys, but I want to put out there just for funsies. Something I do have market data for, which I was pleasantly surprised about, Ultimate Spider-Man #1 from 2024 edition. Fun story. I stopped reading it just because, I don't know, I didn't want to keep paying $5.99 for a copy of this book. #8's the other one to get. There's a first appearances in that one as well. I was under the impression the 1 gold variants were going to push this down, but seems like it's just, if anything, it's brought more attention back to this book. $4.99 for the 9.8 gold whatnot variant, which is quote unquote rare, and then $4.35 for a signed 9.8 of this cover A. Now there are multiple copies of this book. I would say this is the safest one to get, The best one to get, in my opinion, though, is the one that has all 4 of the Parkers on the cover. I sold that one back in the day for like $35, and I thought that was a great deal. But recent sale of that in raw with multiple bids was like, I want to say like 47, 49, and the 9.8 sign went for like 4.99 or 4.50. So this series is still doing really well. One of the out of the gate 2024 books that just really did well. I'm happy that this book's doing well. And if you're not reading it, it's not a bad read, but I pulled off my pull list just because I just wasn't feeling it anymore. But it's a good read for sure. And last but not least, my missed opportunity of the week. I posted this on my Instagram, and hopefully whoever won this, congrats to you, outbeat me by 50 cents. I had a long weekend, just a family weekend going on, and I literally fell asleep on this book. Like, took a nap time. And I woke up and I was like, shoot, I got outbid by 50 cents. Bummer. Anyway, $6.50 for this book. This was going for like $150 to $209.8. If you're a Dekal, Jeff Dekal, completionist, you gotta. I think there's more opportunities to get this book for cheaper, or at least for $6.50. Seems like the market's not really tending very well to auction buyers or auction sellers, unless it's a specific hot book. So if you are like, man, I paid $30 for this book, I don't want anything under, but I want to get rid of it, you might have to hold on to it for a long time. You may have to grade this in 9.8 and hopefully get like 65 to $70 for it. But it's a beautiful cover regardless. It's just Captain Marvel's not the one to have. I still love you, Darth Lopez, but this is kind of sad to me. Anyway, that's your market report for this week, June 9th, 2025. Hope you all have a great day. Hit that like button, subscribe to all your friends, and I will talk to you tomorrow. I have a video game market report for you guys. See ya.